Hello, today's little video we're going to be looking at shoulder control. Now I've got a demonstration video here that I did with a young stallion of mine. Now this little horse has just been pulled out of the paddock, so he hasn't done a lot of work recently. So this is a bit of a reminder lesson for him. And what I'm looking at in this section is simply same rein, same foot. So what I mean by that is if I've got the right rein should be controlling just the right front foot. What I've found is that the more we can break things down for the horses, the easier it is for them. The horse is very big. 4 feet is a lot of feet. So to start with, for our foundation training, what we want to do is just control one foot. So for this lesson, we're only looking at his right front foot. You can see there, what I'm trying to teach him is to open the rein and get him to step right. See, I'm opening the rein and I'm asking the horse to step to the right. And I release it as soon as I feel or see that step to the right. And I say, that's great. And so the horse becomes like a puppet. The horse understands that his job is to look for the release. Right now I'm showing you that my left rein is loose. I'm not riding on the left rein. What we try and do always is to only have pressure on the horse, whether it's bit pressure or leg pressure or seat pressure, if we're trying to change something. So the horse learns that if he's correct, then there is no pressure. If we don't do that, if we don't release the rein when the horse steps the right there, releasing the rein, then the horse has no reward for finding the right answer. And so what happens is the horse desensitizes to pressure in general. And then we need more pressure to get the same result. So it's really important that you know what you're going to teach before you go out to teach it. So I'm just looking at that right front. I'm releasing each time the horse steps to the right. I'm actually trying to get, if you imagine a clock under that horse's chest, I'm trying to get him to step to about 2 o'clock by really opening that rein. And, you know, people often say to me, oh, Kate, but I can't go into a dressage test and open my right hand like that to turn a corner. And I'm like, no, of course you can't, but you're training the horse. And so if you start with your goal, it always ends in a wreck. So I'm not going to start with trying to expect the horse to spin or to do a pirouette here. That's not what I'm starting with. What I'm starting with is, hey, can I connect this rein with this foot in this horse's mind? Now it's really tempting, and this is what I'm explaining here, to put your left leg on the horse to get it to turn right. And that quite often happens. You know, people put their outside leg on, the horse moves away from that and turns to the right. Problem is, when the horse does that, what he's doing is he's going to shorten his barrel on the right as he turns, and he's going to lengthen his barrel on the left because he needs to do that in order to bend around. And once we put the leg on the horse, what he does is he shortens the left side of his barrel. And so it's actually the opposite of what we want to do. This is the main reason I teach everything off the reins first. I put leg on later. First of all, you know, I have leg for whole horse move forward, both legs together, whole horse move forward. And I wait until I'm doing lateral work to use one leg at a time. All right, of course, the horse has 2 sides, so off we go, and now we start on the left-hand side. If you want to find a full lesson on teaching same rein, same foot, and of course later reverse arc, have a look at the online training. See you there. As riders, we all know that things don't always go according to plan. But having a plan, a system, a program that follows a step-by-step process is no doubt the best way to really make a difference with your riding, training, and your horse's performance, not to mention your relationship with your horse. Whether you're planning on competing, trail riding, or simply having a great relationship with your horse on the ground, then you need regular, structured lessons each with an aim and a clearly defined achievable outcome. The Can-Do Equine online training system is exactly this. Not only do the lessons build on one another, giving you a solid foundation, but I carefully discuss possible problems. It's not all perfection and pretty pictures, it's real life. It's always nice to have a trainer or a coach standing in the middle of the arena, but few of us can afford such a luxury on a regular basis. And there comes a time when we realize that in order to make real progress, that we must first recognize what's not right and then learn how to address that ourselves. The fact is that you know your horse better than anyone. And once you start training your horse yourself, the only thing you're going to wonder is why you didn't start years ago. So come on, let's get you back in the saddle and put the fun back into your horsemanship.